For today's assignment, we are talking about inference. Writers don't always come right out and tell you what they mean. Often you have to infer or draw a conclusion based on clues that you read in the story. This is sometimes called reading between the lines. Here are two examples. Max looks longingly at Rose's fries and asks, "Are you going to finish those?" You can infer that Max wants to eat Rose's fries. Kai pointed at a sign across the street. "Does that say museum?" he asked. "I don't know," Jaden muttered. "I wish I'd paid more attention in French class." The writer gives clues that Kai and Jaden are in a French-speaking city. So whenever you're going to infer something, you're going to draw a conclusion based on the clues that you find in your story. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're talking about inference. I'm going to read some short little passages, and then I want you to make an inference or to infer as to what's going on. Question number 1. At the door, Lena searched her purse. She pulled out her wallet, hairbrush, gum, earbuds, and pens. She found everything except the one thing she needed. Frustrated, she sat down on her front porch and waited for her brother. You can infer that Lena, A, prefers a different kind of gum, B, needs a new purse, C, lost her keys, or D, is mad that her brother is late. Passage number 2. Jose threw his backpack down and ran to the stack of mail on the counter. His hands trembled as he held up a thin white envelope. You can infer that A, Jose gets interesting letters every day, B, Jose already knows what his letter says, C, Jose doesn't want to read the letter, D, Jose is nervous about his letter. Number 3. This will hurt only for a second, Dr. Thomas said while preparing the shot. Eva squeezed her eyes shut and gripped her paper gown. What conclusions can you infer? What conclusions can you draw? A, Eva has measles. B, Eva has never been to the doctors before. C, Eva is scared of getting shots. Or D, Eva doesn't like Dr. Thomas. And number 4. When Boomer heard the car pull into the driveway, he bounded off the couch and wagged his tail excitedly. The front door opened and Boomer leapt onto Eddie, licking his face and knocking him over onto his suitcase. What can you infer about Boomer? A, that Boomer is upset that Eddie went away without him. B, is glad that Eddie is back from a trip. C, knows Eddie has a treat for him. Or D, is always this happy when Eddie returns. So for this assignment called What is Inference, I want you to do these 4 passages right here. When you get to the next section here that's called Making Inferences, section part 2, I want you to put an X over this. I do not want you to do this next section called Making Inferences. You're only going to do the first section.